Welcome to the Not My Weekend podcast. Nick is in Laramie, Wyoming. We've got the Meantime Discord chat joining us. In my view, I can see him like a Twitch stream. I miss Nick. I haven't talked to him in days. He's been on some sort of adventure. Nick, say hi to everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Who knows
it's great to be here.
Who knows how that sounds? We're gonna find out the hard way. That's for sure.
It probably doesn't sound great, but
hey, you
can hear it.
We're nothing if not consistent. All right, we are gonna release content. Come hell or high water, we're gonna put out something that 100 people will watch. They love it. My brain doesn't work well. They love it. All right, you know what? Meantime, chat. What do you want Nick and I's opinion on? I mean, you get pretty consistent access to me. So what do you want Nick's opinion on while you're here? I was vocal stimming for a long time before we got on. I was just going, no, yeah. And that was doing a lot of work for like entertainment value. Okay. Kayak Fighter wants Nick's opinion on women.
I think women are wonderful. They're great.
Yeah, me too. I think so as well too. But in like a,
I think it's generally unfair to do any kind of broad generalization about a group of people. Women and men are both all right. People are good. I'm pro-human over here.
Nick Hudson says women and men are both all right. Can Nick also sign my vinyl? If you come see us on tour, of course he can.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. I love signing stuff. It makes me feel cool.
What is your stance on 100 men versus one silverback gorilla?
Yeah, I've been seeing that discourse going around. I don't know. I think it's kind of tired. It's kind of old discourse. It reminds me of like 2014 style discourse. Has that been happening on other places other than Twitter?
I've just been seeing it on TikTok. I haven't even seen it on Twitter.
I need to just like delete that app.
Yeah.
I'm it.
Yeah. Word.
I think I've seen a lot of takes about it. Most of them are pretty reasonable. I think in most situations, the gorilla is going to win because of its superhuman strength. Because people aren't going to be brave enough to unify in the way that's necessary to actually take down the gorilla. You'd need some very strong, very brave guys to just completely lay their lives down. Just totally sacrifice themselves.
So let me pose this one to you. Let me change the query a little bit. What if it's 100 men who are on a mission to take down this gorilla?
Well, if it's like 100 like Navy SEALs or something, sure, probably.
Okay. Probably. But so you're saying 100 random men versus one gorilla. The gorilla's taking that?
No, I don't think that they're going to be able to like form an effective strategy and work as a team in the way that would be necessary.
You don't think enough dudes are getting like punches to the head enough to knock the gorilla out? Just like 100 men punches to the head is not taking out that gorilla?
No. Gorillas, I mean, I'm not like an expert on gorilla anatomy or anything, but I'm pretty sure like their bones are way thicker.
Okay, true. Yes. They got the Wolverine bones. They got the bones like Wolverine from Wolverine.
Like pretty much compared to our bones.
Yeah. You're probably right, honestly.
Like I don't think that punches to the face would be effective at all. You would have to go for like eyes, ears, nose, mouth.
Yeah.
Like orifices, you know?
Yeah.
Those would be the real vulnerable points.
Here's a great question. Okay, well, for the record, because I'm about to get off this, for the record, Nick Hudson's opinion is that the gorilla wins versus 100 men.
I think 100 men can do it, but if it's just random people, then probably not.
It's got to be 100 Navy SEAls.
Or something.
Or something, 100 like, men who are planning
like big, beefy combat experts of some kind.
Yeah. And this isn't including weapons. Like one guy with a gun could do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no. I think that's built into the question, that it has to be an unarmed thing. You can't have any weapons.
The mouse in your pocket says hand-to-hand combat statistics expert here. Nick is correct.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Good to know.
This is a great question from Riz. What would have been Nick's dream set list if Honeymoon had gotten a proper tour?
Oh man,
That's a good question. That's a good question related to Not My Weekend here on the Not My Weekend podcast too.
if Honeymoon had gotten, gosh, I mean, we could have played all kinds of stuff that would have been really weird.
Yeah.
Worked over, like gone over great.
Yeah, it's true.
If we played like Go Get Out, or if we played like Ooh Ooh, I don't know.
Did we not play Go Get Out?
I don't believe we did. You would know better than me.
Did we not play Go Get Out on the? No, we didn't. We didn't. There's no way.
I don't think we ever played Hollywood Hills.
We opened with Hollywood Hills on that tour.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We never played Famous.
We never played Famous.
Famous is a song that I like a lot.
Famous and Come Over are sleeper hit songs. Famous, Come Over, and Say You're Mine are really good songs on that album that just receive minimal love, you know.
And I also really like You and Me. I'm not sure how that would work live because we don't have a piano or a saxophone.
We don't have a piano or a saxophone, and it's one of those things where the piano is the entirety of the verses of those songs. So like we could do it with tracks, but it's like it doesn't sound like a synthesizer, it sounds like a piano, you know? Like when the computer is playing a synthesizer part, it's like, well, it already sounds like a computer, you know? But when the computer's playing the computer's playing guitar and bass parts right now too. I don't know. We could have done it. It just would have been so much of us not doing anything,
right?
You know.
And I mean, theoretically, like we could have brought like a keyboard or something. Like I could have. I'm not great at piano, but I could probably play that song.
Could have learned it for that. You could have. I mean, you could have mimed it. That's for damn sure. We'd do that because I'm vapid.
You want it to be perfect. Everyone would think I'm perfect at piano.
That'd be fun. That'd be a really fun thing to think.
Wow, Nick is locked in on those quarter notes. Oh my
god. Quarter note Nick, they call him. Please tell Nick I said thank you for his time on this question.
Well, you're very welcome. I'm quite happy to answer these questions. I'm honored that you guys care what I think.
If you are listening or watching to the Not My Weekend podcast on YouTube or on Spotify or Apple, and you would like to join the Meantime Discord, maybe we'll do more episodes where we're live reacting. There is a Not My Weekend channel in the Meantime's Discord, so I could just at everyone in the Not My Weekend channel, and it wouldn't have to be this big crossover thing. You know, it can just be people that are interested in Not My Weekend. So, yeah, if you want to chat live more often, let us know, and we can do that. What's Nick's favorite part of the creative process, brother? Yeah.
I do my own thing. In terms of the Not My Weekend creative process, I guess my favorite part would be the touring.
Yeah, mine too. I agree.
I don't know that that's all that creative. There have been times in the past and kind of recently where I'll like work on a guitar part for a song or kind of help develop a song a little bit, and I really enjoy doing that. I like all of it. I also really like recording.
Yeah. Tracking's fun. Just being in a studio is can be a vibe if you're like really in the right headspace. It can also be sort of a torture chamber, but it can't my favorite is when being in the studio has like kind of a picnicky feel to it, which has happened, but not as of late. But that's more just like we used to like go to studios and record, and now it's like our bedrooms where we're like, God, why is it not an album yet? You know, like, what music are you listening to right now, Nick? Like this week?
I put out a playlist, a new playlist of mine in the Mask Man's Archive collection. It's the 19th edition. I've been hoping that I'd get the chance to talk about it on the podcast because I love these playlists.
On your Spotify, you mean?
Yeah, on my Spotify. I'm Nick Hudson on Spotify. the title of it is Masked Man's. I said just now, Masked Man's Archive.
Nice.
And this is number 19, like number sign 19. If anyone wants to look for it, in that series, all of those playlists are 4 hours long. The first hour is like oldies. Second hour is like newish bands, like 90s forward, people who play instruments, you know. Then the third hour is techno. Fourth hour is hip hop. And I think the most recent one is really cool. I've been listening to it a lot.
Did you just say number sign instead of hashtag or pound symbol?
Yeah, you know, the number sign, tic-tac-toe.
That's absolutely insane. That is fully insane to me. There's so many words for that. Oh, snap. Nessa found your playlist and put it in the chat. Nessa found your playlist and immediately put it in the chat. Let's go, Nessa.
Shouts out, Nessa. It's like my own taste, you know. It's probably not for everybody, but that's that whole 19 playlists is a pretty good indication of the type of music.
Did you tweet about this or put it on your Instagram at all?
Yeah, I tweeted about it.
Okay, word. I feel like it might serve you more well on your Instagram story.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't. If people want to listen to it, they can. If not, whatever.
Do you have any interest in archiving your old stuff and doing and making your Instagram more of a thing, or are you still not sure about that?
I'm still not sure, just because I just don't be posting like that. I don't feel the urge to post.
I know, but
very seldom.
I'm inviting you to collab and stuff, and then you could just be posting on your story and have it in your bio that you're in the band / doing QA work, and then it'd be more approachable than a guy's Instagram that is clearly stuff from a few years ago, etc.
Yeah, for sure. I'm very open to it. If people are interested in that, by all means, let me know. I've never been a big social media guy, but I'm open to it. If I used to tweet a lot, and I just kind of stopped because it wasn't getting a lot of, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter got bad too, though. That's not entirely your fault.
Oh yeah, and I used to tweet a lot way back in the day, in the 2010s, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Male silverback gorillas don't even fight to the death in the wild. Realistically, hand to hand, it'd take about 15 men to even make a dent and gorillas have an adrenaline response significantly higher than humans. It would take mass unification, like Nick said, to take down a peak fitness silverback. They'd have to have the ability to crush it. They have the ability to crush a human skull between their hands. Ugh. God. Yeah.
And think about pretty much any grip that you had on the gorilla, even if you got it in a rear naked choke.
Yeah.
The gorilla's neck strength is such that it could snap the bones in your arm.
Yeah.
In that fully compromised position, probably.
Everyone in here is saying that social media is scary and it's okay. You don't have to do anything. You can just keep living your life. So that's encouraging for sure.
I agree. I think it's pretty scary, but here I am doing this podcast and it's been fun.
But
I don't mind putting myself out there. I just didn't like putting takes out there that got ignored. It made me feel really sad when nothing would happen, you know?
Yeah, but I think that's sort of my point about your Instagram is there's a presentation factor where I think you'd flip that script pretty quickly.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, and I was never really trying to play the game.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to sell you my social media course either. You know, it's not,
well, I'd be a good first trial for your social media course if you're thinking about doing that.
I think I
bet people would buy it. You'd be a good authority on the subject.
Alpha mailing Nick into social media. I think I'm probably 4.5 years away from pyramid schemes, but I mean I will get there for sure. Do you have a guilty pleasure?
That's part of the plan.
Do you have a guilty pleasure song?
I don't really believe in that.
If
I like a song, I like a song.
Yeah.
You know, there was a time, when I was a teenager, in particular, where I would have that feeling about, say, like a pop song, like Owl City.
Yeah.
That might even be a good answer. There's a song called "The Saltwater Room" by Owl City that I really like.
That's a good song.
I used to be ashamed that I liked that song. No longer.
Right. But alas, no longer. What is?
I just like it.
Owl City mentioned. Let's go. Everyone's excited about that. What is your what's your least favorite Not My Weekend song to play live?
Well, of the songs that are extant, presumably.
What do you mean?
Like, not songs that we are never ever going to play again and don't want anyone to know exists.
Sure. Yeah, I think like songs that like would get played live. What's your least favorite? I think.
Probably Honeymoon, I guess.
Okay, fair.
It's not that I dislike playing that song. It's just that it's not as fun as some of the others.
It's a boring guitar part. You just got to get the job done. You just got to, yeah, literally. Yeah.
That's I don't dislike it or anything, but I'd say it's probably my least favorite of the songs that go in our set.
Yeah, I mean, you literally go
just to play, not as a song.
Yeah, word. You just go da-na-na, bow, and then you go, and then you go jump, just the whole time. That's just
now.
Yeah.
And that little riff was my main contribution to the writing of that tune.
Yeah. And the acoustic guitar on that song, no.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I think Jaden might have done that.
Oh, I see. Well, I love Honeymoon, but the stuff you have now is more my speed. Yeah, it's more our speed, too. Yeah, that's true.
Agreed.
Yeah, Nick agrees as well.
Random American Dream shout out as well. I don't know why. I've been thinking about that song a lot. I think it's cool.
Yeah, Nick likes American Dream a lot. Maybe we could play it. Like acoustic outside of a show sometime soon. Did you guys write most of the songs on Shimmer Season? Jared wrote most of... Jared and
you and Jared wrote them together for the most part, I would say.
Yeah,
from my perspective.
Me and Jared wrote most of them together. I would say that Jared wrote most of the song American Dream, and like I wrote most of the song Shut Up. And then me, Nick, and Blake from O'Weatherly wrote pretty much the entirety of Hell on the album.
That is the song I had the most involvement with.
Yeah, for sure. And then Jared and I wrote a little bit of Lightning, and then Eric from Heart Attack Man wrote a good, big, huge chunk of it, like the chorus, like the important part. And then we wrote 2 different bridges for Lightning, and the one on the album is obviously the one we went with. And then this was all going to get talked about. This will all get reiterated again on a future Shimmer Season episode of this podcast, which we're probably 5 or 6 weeks away from. But rest assured, if you're listening to this current episode right now in your life, that we will go over this material in more detail at a later date. But yeah, and then like Jared made the whole Hurricane Weather instrumental, but then myself and TJ Miner wrote like most of those lyric and melody, with Jared coming in on the verses at the end of that. And then Smoke was, I would say, mostly written by Jared, like vibe-wise, and he does that guitar solo, which is a huge part of that song. But we wrote the lyrics and the concept like to get sitting down together. And Summer was a song and melody idea that I brought to Jared that ended up getting changed completely. So like I presented the idea, but by the time him and I got done with it, like every single piece of it changed. So it was still pretty much a 50-50 writing. How does the Cut Bridge of Lightning go? The Cut Bridge of Lightning is featuring a different singer who I will not name publicly, not because we're not homies, but just because he just like stopped responding to my text messages. So I just don't know how he feels about that song. And it's the reason that we cut his feature. It was going to be a double feature where it was Not My Weekend, the home team, Brian from the home team, and then another singer. And then like I was really excited to feature this singer on the song, and then they just stopped texting me back. And I didn't want to put out a song where I was like tagging this person on Spotify if like I wasn't confident they were going to promote it because they wouldn't even respond. Like they'd have to accept the invite on Spotify. Like I needed multiple things from them. And again, like I think it's all good. I think we're cool. But I just stopped hearing from them. And I don't think we were super sold on the part to begin with. It was a whole... I wish it was more of a thing. Like, if it was some big dramatic thing, I'd be well, this is exactly why. But it was just that we didn't hear from him, you know?
Do you remember how the part went?
Yeah. I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel. I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel. And it was like,
I remember that.
Yeah. There was more to it, too. Yeah, that's how it started, though. It's okay. Brian's vocals brought what that person's vocals could have been and more. Yeah, Brian is wailing all over that. A couple people have messaged me this week, like congratulating me about how good my voice sounds in reference to Brian singing, which is very, very funny / disheartening. So funny, so good.
What are you gonna do?
I know. That's kind of what I've texted them both that. I'm like, LOL, and there's nothing I can do in this situation other than to inform you that I don't sound like that.
No, don't sound like that. Probably never will.
Yeah, word. I wouldn't try to. I would not attempt to. It's not in my set of skills. Thank you, friend. Someone said your low register is fire, though. Thank you. We love Shimmer Season. Yeah, that's true. The album flows so well together that you can't really tell this many people helped write it. Hey, thanks. I think that is mostly due to Jared and I guiding the ship. I mean, Jared did all the production on it, so like the production of the thing is all uniform. You know what I mean? Like even if there's different people playing guitar, which there are at times between like Blake and Jared and myself, like it all sounds like one tone, one consistent thing. And I think Jared re-recorded like a ton just to make it fit.
Yeah, Jared did a real good job with that.
Yeah.
All his little production touches that he does.
Yeah.
Very tasteful.
I think that probably we'll be doing a good chunk of songs that Jared is not a part of in the nearish future, just because Jared and I are working so hard on The Meantime, and I don't want to take away time and attention from that in such a way where Not My Weekend suffers or The Meantime suffers. You know what I mean? I mean, we put like Jared and I are working on YouTube videos and additional podcast episodes and merch and stuff, and to split his attention between The Meantime, Rat Park, and Not My Weekend would be detrimental to myself, let alone him. You know what I mean? So, does this mean we'll be expecting more stuff in the future? I want to put out music. If we tour in the fall, like I told you guys, I hope we will earlier, then I'd like to put out some songs before that tour in the fall, for sure. Whether or not they're songs that we're working on right now that go well, or it's like us being like, oh shit, let's get a song together. Like, hopefully one of those happens, you know? But like, my problem right now is that the songs that Nick and I have worked on and that Jared and I have worked on for Not My Weekend, I'm just not confident in yet. When we made When You're Around to make our Yellow EP, I was so confident in When You're Around that I thought anything we did surrounding it would be successful, and I feel like I was kind of right. And when we made Knock Me Out and Other Side, I was so confident in Knock Me Out and Other Side that I thought anything that we completed with Jared surrounding those two songs would be a level of success, would have a level of success, and again, I think I was right. When we made Honeymoon, I was confident in Honeymoon, and I was confident in El Camino, and then I was not confident for a whole bunch of other reasons that I've already gone into. Or that's not true, that I haven't gone into yet on this podcast, that I will eventually. And I think that's why that album suffered. But like right now, I don't. There's nothing prohibiting my confidence other than that I just don't hear the song yet. I'm not like going like, oh, well, I don't like where we're living right now, or I don't like where we're recording right now, or something like that. It's just that I don't feel like there's a song that I can like anchor the project around. You know what I mean? Do you feel that way, Nick? Do you think that there's any of those 4 songs that are like anchor worthy, like Knock Me Out or When You're Around is?
Not in an immediately apparent way.
Yeah.
Like it was like when Knock Me Out was coming together, it felt really, really clear that it was like a strong single.
Just everything we did for Shimmer season was based on that Knock Me Out was good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And everything we did for Yellow was based on that When You're Around was good.
Yeah, so I think we just kind of need to keep throwing ideas up until we get that feeling about another song.
Yeah, I think so too. And everything about Honeymoon, the song Honeymoon was good. It was just other factors were reasons I didn't feel confident that you know about, but we just haven't gotten to that episode of the pod yet, you know. And again, that's
We're
like
getting there.
those types of things are not prohibiting us at this date and time, which is always good. The Honeymoon album, to clarify. I love that album so much. My boyfriend knows all the lyrics by osmosis. Is osmosis like by heart?
No, osmosis is like indirect exposure.
Absorption
through indirect exposure.
Got it. Love that. That's sick. El Camino was a fucking banger. Thanks. I still like that music video. It's just so Disney Channel. We just wouldn't play it now.
Did you ever watch Osmosis Jones?
Oh fuck yeah! I watched the movie and the cartoon and like the TV show. Yeah,
it's super good. And you never knew what osmosis was that whole time?
I did not the entire time.
I mean, it does just sound like a cool name.
It really does.
Like
yeah,
Ozzy. Everyone calls him Ozzy, right?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Oh, how's my car, by the way?
I washed it and vacuumed it.
Sweet. Thanks for doing that.
And I gave it a half tank of gas. And I wiped the bird poop off it, and it's great. It's awesome.
That's exceptional.
And neither of us have a ticket.
It'll be.
Well, I'll have to.
Is tomorrow the first of the month?
No, I'll have to get through next.
It is.
Yeah, but I'll have to get through next Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah.
It's the first and third Wednesday and Thursday, right? So
yes.
I think tomorrow is going to be the first Thursday, and then the first Wednesday is going to be the 7th of May.
Oh my God! Thank you for saying that. God, that's brutal.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. The reason I brought it up is because I got a notification on my phone.
Smart. I love the entire Yellow album, and when I came to discover you all, I was unknowingly listening to your music before actually discovering the band. Hey, I love that. That's how Spotify gets you. That's how Spotify gives you. I'm still new to Not My Week, and I need to start listening more. I appreciate you guys. I don't mean to hijack the meantime chat. I did say that we were going to do the Not My Weekend podcast, so anyone who just is worried about meantime stuff can click off and go enjoy the rest of your evening. Did you see?
No, stick around. This is just as good as the meantime. I promise. I'm as funny as Jared.
Did you see Sinners, Nick?
No, not yet.
Did you see Until Dawn?
Not yet, no.
Damn! I saw them both.
I don't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah.
I got caught up on the new Last of Us episodes.
I haven't watched those. We can't relate to each other in the slightest. We actually have more people now. Oh, fun. That's cool. Sinners was good. I actually liked Until Dawn a little bit better, Kayak. I'm going to respond to you saying that.
I'm surprised to hear that.
I think that you would get it when you see them both. I think you'll like Sinners better, but I think you'll be like, yeah, that Pat would like that better. That's fucking Pat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Until Dawn strikes me as a more fun movie, like more entertaining, I suppose.
I think they're like equal levels of fun. It's a vibe thing, I'd say. Did you ever watch Substance, Nick?
No, I still never saw Substance. I'm sure I would like it.
I watched The Substance for the first time last night, and I felt absolutely horrible.
The last time that I was in Laramie, I went over to Billy's place, and they were watching The Substance.
When I said on my Instagram, it is the second most disturbing movie I've ever seen after Bo Burnham's 8th Grade.
Oh.
But
is it a similar kind of disturbing?
No. It makes me. The Substance makes me.
8th Grade is like very uncomfortable, like secondhand embarrassment type of uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, it does that. Yeah, for sure. It's like The Substance makes me feel so anxious and insecure and bad, and it's a perfect movie that wants me to feel all those things. It's a perfect 10 out of 10, amazing masterpiece work of art that makes me feel just absolutely awful about life and also myself. And then 8th grade makes me feel like I'm in 8th grade, which is almost the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same as what you just described.
Yeah. So it's like
the same kind of existential dread.
But it's just that they both execute it perfectly, so that I never, ever, ever want to watch them again. You know what I mean? But it's
Yeah, 8th grade is a great example of a movie where I was like, excellent, awesome movie, loved it, never ever want to watch it ever again.
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel about The Substance. The 8th grade was easier to stomach, like physically. I was feeling The Substance. I was like kind of sick for sure. It is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It's not even like the blood and guts part of The Substance, but there is a montage of food where they make like normal food that you would eat look absolutely repulsive, and then like I get sick to my stomach that I've ever eaten any food in my life too. Like it's so bad. It's
I feel that way all the time.
What do you mean?
You never get like the opposite of like rose-colored glasses, like shit-colored glasses, or everything just seems terrible.
Yes, I see what you mean. Yeah, like that episode of South Park.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But I mean, instead of things looking like feces, you just see like darkness and evil and everything.
Yeah. Does it compare to the Human Centipede? No, Human Centipede is like a shock horror, like disgusting thing, like
teeth.
Yeah, like Teeth or like Hostel or something. The Substance is like a beautiful work of art that happens to be disgusting. It's like the
Hieronymus Bosch.
Huh?
You don't know about Hieronymus Bosch?
I don't.
He's famous for paintings of people like writhing in agony in hell.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes. Yeah, like I know people that are fans of like the movie Hostel or like the Saw movies are like gross and gory on purpose or whatever, and I would say that the Human Centipede is something like that. This is like a perfect and entertaining art film that is also disgusting when it needs to be. It's not like it's not gore porn or something. It's like there's lots of parts of the movie where it's real porn, where it's like depicting, objectifying women. I mean, the whole movie is depicting objectifying women, but yeah, we're not going to be two white guys on a Zoom podcast talking about that.
I haven't even seen the movie.
Yeah, honestly. And
I already said that I'm pro people. So I'm like off the hook as far as sexism and misogyny goes.
Yeah, Nick is off the hook as far as sexism and misogyny goes. I forgot. That's absolutely correct. We love a pro-people white man. Nick Hudson, the man for women. Patrick Gilchrist, a hater. Oh, that's so good. All right, I'd say we got about 7.5 minutes left. What are we forgetting?
What are you asking me?
Or them, either way.
What are we forgetting? What's the simplest thing that you've forgotten? The most essential thing?
Well, definitely remember to merch plug. I'm not going to plug the Meantime merch on the Not My Weekend pod, but we will plug our tour and we'll plug the Suicide Prevention Walk. 7 minutes of whimpering audio. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Wah. Oh.
You're just panting.
You're so obedient, Patrick. Yes, ma'am. Whatever you need. I always walk away for a second to get green tea and come back to some shit. I wish that I was vocal stemming when we were recording. I was like setting up for the stuff and I was going I was going, welcome to the show. Welcome to the pod. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the time.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Can I get it? Yeah. How's Laramie been? How was Denver?
Laramie's cool. I always like hanging out with the fam.
Yeah.
Denver was all right. I was just kind of crashing on my brother's couch.
Nick is in Laramie, Wyoming, where we grew up, visiting the folks before we set up for tour. What day are you back?
Next Sunday.
Will you have time to get in like pretty much 90-minute practices until Noah gets here, you thinking?
Sunday the 11th.
Oh,
yeah.
That's sooner than I thought. We could get in like way more than 10 before Noah gets here.
Did Noah say he was flying out on like the 13th?
He's here on the 22nd.
Oh, okay. That's way later than I thought.
And then we'll have 2 rehearsal days on the 24th and 25th. So I'm thinking if you're back on the 11th, if we can get 12 long practices in before Noah flies in. And then we probably won't practice when Noah is here on the 22nd, but then we'll hit it for 3 hours, 3+ hours on the 24th and 25th. At the studio space, But I think if there's anything that's rusty, we'll just work it out on those days when Noah's here, don't you think?
Yeah, and honestly, even right now, even the practice that we've done so far,
yeah,
I feel like I've ironed out 90% of the kinks on my end.
Okay. If that's how you feel, then I agree.
Just a matter of making sure everything's absolutely perfect every time.
How do you feel about Melissa touring with us?
I think it should be cool. I'm excited.
I think I'm excited. I think it'll be a good potential dynamic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be just the 4 of us. Is that right?
Yeah, just the 4 of us. And when we have hotels, I'm going to give Melissa her own bed, and I'm going to sleep on the futon. And I'm gonna, or let you sleep on the futon, depending on your darkness levels needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe we can alternate or something.
But I told Melissa as part of joining us on the tour that she would get her own bed no matter what. So
yeah, that pretty much goes without saying, especially when there's only 4 of us.
Yeah.
We'll make it work. Have one of us sleep on the floor or futon or even in the van.
And then
whatever.
I'm going to call and I'm going to have a couple chats with her about how to mix us and do front of house. And she is going to tour manager us via Master Tour on which is an app that we can all get on our phones. The only reason I haven't used it before is because that you have to pay for it, but she already does.
We used it on This Wildlife tour story.
Yeah.
We weren't in charge of that tour, obviously.
Well, so we won't be in charge of the Master Tour. She will, which will be great. And then she flies in the morning of the first show. So we're going to drive on the 26th. And then we wake up in our hotel in Reno, and then we go to the airport to pick her up, and then we go to load in.
Cool. Yeah, I think it should be just enough of playing shows to kind of keep our sea legs fresh.
I think so. All right, I think I'm going to go edit this and call this a podcast. I think this went well, though. Thank you, Discord chat, for being in here. It helped a lot.
Yeah, I like when people are chatting.
Yeah, maybe we should include it more often. Maybe we'll try and do that for a couple more episodes. Yes, plug your tour. Yes. Nick, do you want to plug the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention walk?
Sure. This Saturday, May 2nd, University of Wyoming, we are holding a American Foundation for Suicide Prevention campus walk. If you happen to be in the Laramie area, it's a very fun thing to do just in the community. But if you care about the cause, you can support. I shared on Facebook the link to our Not My Weekend team. I don't know, maybe you can share that on the Not My Weekend page as well. If you already did, didn't you?
It's the first tweet. It's the most recent tweet on our Twitter at Not My Weekend WYO, but I will include the link in our Instagram once more. Yeah,
so it's a good cause. AFSP, from what I have seen is a pretty good foundation.
And Riz is going to add it to the Not My Weekend channel in the Meantime's Discord, which you can join at the Meantime's Instagram link at the Meantime Radio on Instagram. So that'll be in the Discord as well if you'd like to just find it in there, or if you're already in the Discord. And come see us on tour, opening up for Forever Came Calling and Calling All Captains, starting May 27th in Redding, California. And then we go to Reno, and then we play some LA shows, and we play a San Diego show. And it's going to be very fun. They are our first shows of 2025. They are our first shows as a three-piece. We're playing a full set of great songs from our album Shimmer Season and maybe a couple other things. And we're really, really excited to spend some time with Calling All Captains and Forever Came Calling. You can get tickets to that at the link in our bio on Instagram at NotMyWeekend, or you can go to notmyweekend.com. You can follow me on Instagram at PatrickNMW. You can follow Nick at NJHUD7. Follow us on TikTok. Listen to our album Shimmer Season. We're working on new music. Go ahead and leave a comment on this YouTube video letting us know what you want that new music to sound like. And give us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Music. And tune in every Thursday. It's fun to be a fan of our band. We put out a new podcast every week. We put out TikToks all the time. So even when we don't have new music, there's always new content and stuff to talk about. And we appreciate and love you guys.
Yeah. Everything Pat just said.
Woo!
Times 10.
All right. Thanks, Nick. I think we probably got... How many more episodes do we got over FaceTime? Like 1 or 2?
We can do this again next week, and then I'll be back.
Okay, word. So 1 more FaceTime pod, and then we'll be back to your regular scheduling program. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.